Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. This is Wrestle AM. It's half morning show, half pro wrestling show, pretty much all bullshit. I'm your host, LK from Kocosports.net. That's KOCO Sports.net. It's where the world goes to kick ass, for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. And I'm here today. It's Tuesday, February the 21st, 2017, and that means your Monday Night Raw review. Sad day it is indeed, and this Monday Night Raw took me 2 sittings. Okay, I woke up today around about 11:30 in the morning, or about 11 a.m. Had some breakfast, so I started watching the show at 11:30. By the time Bailey came out, I said I can't do this no more. I shut the lid, started playing some UFC 2, and then my girlfriend came home, and then I went to work, came back, and then I came back at about 10:45, and I kept stalling it, and stalling it, and stalling it a little bit more until 11:15 came, and I said, you know what, I'm going to have to fucking do it. So if you have a PS4 or a PlayStation 4, PS4, not fucking 10 years old anymore, a PlayStation 4, if you get a browser, you can actually watch Raw on the TV, and that works well for me in my room anyway. So that's what I did, and I was so fucking angry. I was so disappointed. This is awesome, charm, which made me so angry. I'm happy that the TV's on the wall. If the TV wasn't on the wall, I'd have fucking pulled it off. Thank God it's on a mount in the wall. Jesus wept. It fucking drove me up the wall. So we'll get down to it. And again, if you're listening live, please put in the comments, do you give this show a win? Do you give this show a loss? Do you give your show a tie? I'm going to give it a loss. It bored the fuck out of me. And I didn't watch it live. I didn't watch it with adverts. So guys, if you watched it live, especially in the UK, if you stayed up to 4:15 a.m., props to you, my friend. Props to you, because you deserve a Pro Plus pill. And a Pro Plus pill, for those Americans watching, is a pill that gives you energy and high caffeine. Speeds up your heart rate, basically. So, enough of this bullshit. Let's get down to breaking this bad boy down for the February the 20th edition of Monday Night Raw. So the show starts off with In Memory of George Steele. That's all well and good. But what about Ivan Koloff? What about Nicole Bass? You can't just pick and choose. You can't do one without the other. It's a fucking horrible company. You know, how hard would it have been to have 2 other screen captures of the 2 other wrestlers? How hard would that have been? You could have done all 3 at once, or you could have done 1, 5 seconds, 1, 5 seconds, 1, 5 seconds. Instead, it was George Steele, fuck everyone else. You know, George Steele got a video package. Fuck everyone else. Unless they do it on SmackDown tonight. They better do it for SmackDown tonight, or I'll be making note of it. Jesus wept, and I'll be covering SmackDown on tomorrow's edition of Wrestle AM. So with that in mind, we had a 5-minute and 20-second video package, and I actually calculated that 5 minutes and 20-second video package to start off the show. What the fuck? When that happens, you know you're in for a long, rough day or morning or night, wherever you are in the world watching this. It was depressing. Kevin Owens, he's in the ring, in the dark with a big spotlight on him. He talks about Goldberg, saying he never impressed him back in WCW, and he sure hell doesn't impress him now. He says Goldberg got lucky against Brock, and he doesn't have to beat Goldberg. He has to outlast him. He also says, I know how to play the game better than anyone else. Maybe a little touch to Triple H there. Kevin Owens says he will show everyone why superheroes don't exist. He goes to talk about Jericho, but throws the mic away because he doesn't want to talk about him. Good promo. It hyped Fastlane. It made it look like he was confident. And in the back of your mind, you're like, okay, Goldberg's winning. Goldberg's winning. There's no way anyone else is winning. Goldberg's winning. Goldberg's winning. And it makes you think, holy shit, maybe he could beat Goldberg. You know, it's been a very long time since we've had one Mr. Kevin Owens come on Monday Night Raw and actually, you know, be confident and cocky. He's the prize fighter. He's the guy who shouldn't fight on Raw. He shouldn't wrestle on Monday Night Raw. He shouldn't. He's the prize fighter. He should, in big main events on Monday Night Raw. You know, he should wrestle once a month on Raw and every pay-per-view, because he's the prize fighter. That's his gimmick. He fights when there's prize. He fights when there's money on the line. Not in a throwaway match or saying, but that's a different story for a different time. It went all together. But it wasn't a bad opening promo monologue that we normally get. It was quick compared to what we normally get. But hey, I compare nothing to what we normally get. And ladies and gentlemen, it goes downhill very quickly. Then we have Enzo and Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus. Enzo goes for this. There was this really nice spot where Enzo went for this diving hot tag, but in midair, Cesaro hit a really nice uppercut, which is really fucking awesome. Oh yeah, this was a normal contenders match for the tag titles at Fastlane. Cass with a hot tag. He hits the East River Crossing to get the win. Post-match, Enzo's chatting some shit towards Cesaro when from the side, Sheamus hits one of the best bro kicks I've ever seen in my life on him. Good match, 2.25, 2.5 star. Is it the time now where if I'm Big Cass, I'm thinking Enzo's holding me back? Like, we know that Enzo and Cass have been a great tag team. I think they should win the belts at Mania. If they don't win the belts at Mania, they've done something wrong. Creative do something wrong every day of their lives. The fact they wake up and write the shit they write on their laptops or pen and paper, those fucking notes that have been used to create these shows need to be burned somewhere, and it should be a holy a gathering of pro wrestling fans who have brain cells. And we all bow our heads to the fucking burning and incarnation of this shit. Ashes to ashes, and get it and just go fucking launch it. Anyway, what needs to happen is Enzo and Cass need to come this close, so the club should cheat to beat them at the pay-per-view this Sunday or next. I don't even know when the next W pay-per-view is. I gather it's this Sunday because there's a pay-per-view every fucking week, it seems. I think it's next. It's March something, so it can't be this Sunday. Okay, so I'm guessing it's next Sunday or the Sunday after. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, they shouldn't win. They should lose by cheating. So club should cheat. They get heel heat, and then Enzo and Cass should win at WrestleMania. And then we have backstage. Kevin Owens says, I'm leaving. Freddie says, you can't leave as you have a match with Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens says he needs to be careful as you'll have more guys on the injured list than the active roster. It was cool, it was sweet, but normally I'd be pumped for a Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match, but when they promoted a big pay-per-view match saying it's the last time these guys will wrestle, and in the span of 8 months they've wrestled 3 times on television and numerous times on house shows, like all the time on house shows, like that's fucking unacceptable. Is there going to be a point when someone wakes up in the fucking meetings and says, Vince, this is wrong, I'm sorry, I know I'm going to get fired, I know I'm going to get fired, but this is wrong. Then we go in the GM office. Roman Reigns, the big dog. He's there. Foley says he'll have to wait till Fastlane to get his hands on Braun Strowman. The club walk in, and club says we have unfinished business. Reigns just says, "Hey, we'll fight you alone." He legit said, "I'll fight you alone." What a dick. Foley offered him a tag partner, and it just makes him look like an arrogant douchebag. It does. And I'm sat there like rubbing my eyes, and I'm like, you're wondering why you aren't getting cheered. You wonder why when he's being written like this. Unbelievable. Brian Kendrick versus Akira Tozawa. The match doesn't begin as just Kendrick beats the shit out of him, and the match will be at the pay-per-view, I'm guessing pre-show, or they may even do it on 205 Live. Backstage, Kendrick says that was a lesson in respect, and it's only the first lesson. So who gives a fuck? Then we have Roman Reigns versus the club, the tag team champions of Raw. So Reigns loses by DQ as he hits the tag champs of a chair. What a great babyface, what a role model. He can't beat these two guys, so he deliberately cheats by using weapons. He then beats the shit out of the club like they were fucking the Shining Stars, like they were Golden Truth. How to fucking bury your fucking Raw fucking tag team champions. American Alpha would never get fucked like that on SmackDown. Like, if this was SmackDown, American Alpha would never get fucked like that, ever. Because they just wouldn't. It's embarrassing. Shame on you, you bunch of fucking inbreds. You made me want to turn this fucking vermin off right there and then. Like, these guys are great wrestlers. Like, these are respected wrestlers in the world of Vince, professional wrestling, because you still have a ring and you still have wrestlers in there wrestling. That makes you a pro wrestling company, whether you like it or not. And you have them go in and lose to one guy and get obliterated. Like, if you had, the club win, pull the tights, do whatever they fucking have to do. It just made me sad. That's what it did. It made me really sad. No rating. I'm not going to give a star rating because I'm too biased. And then we have Handsome Rusev. Can we not talk about Handsome Rusev, please? And Juicy Jinder versus New Day. And I call him Juicy Jinder basically because he's on steroids. His back has more acne than a fucking 12-year-old going through puberty. That's fucking great. Sorry, that made me laugh there. The New Day also are hosting WrestleMania. Hogan had WrestleMania 30. He was the host. Sure. The Rock was the host of WrestleMania 27. Cool, it's The Rock. The New Day? Fuck off. The New Day have ice cream plans encrypted on their tablet. Lana then has a tablet. She also has the plans. And then Big E goes, quick, she's Russian, they're hackers. This is a global company. Russians probably watch this show. During the match, Woods nicks her tablet, breaks it. That's cool. New Day with the Midnight Hour gets the win. This was fucking shit. Star, because I'm generous. Then we have a contract signing with Jack Gallagher and Neville. On the table there's tea and biscuits. I love tea and I love biscuits. That was a lovely touch from me. And I've actually got myself a nice tea. I've got my flask here because I couldn't come in here anymore with 5 fucking layers of clothing. So I thought to myself, hey, why don't I just come in with my nice flask? It's really fucking hot and that'll get the job done. And I love Neville's entrance. You know, he just comes out, he walks, and he's a pissed off man. Neville rants on Jack Gallagher, saying he's embarrassing to England. He's just a typical, stereotypical imbecile. Neville says he is what England is all about. Jack Gallagher then says he's not playing a gentleman. He is a gentleman. Neville gets into Jack's face and slaps him. Jack then takes Neville down and hits him with a headbutt as Neville walks away. I liked it. Sets up the pay-per-view match, and at least, as we touched on earlier, we all know Goldberg's going to beat Kevin Owens, but puts that doubt in your mind. Hey, look, Goldberg could lose to Kevin Owens, and this is the exact same thing. It's trying to make the underdog look like a threat, like, because no one really sees Jack Gallagher as a threat to Neville, but now with that, you're like, okay, there's a possibility that Jack Gallagher could beat Neville. And then with Nia Jax versus Nia Jax. Nia Jax versus Sarah Pierce. She won with a Samoan drop, and then she says she's putting the champion on notice. Bayley comes out. Every week Bayley comes out. I'm going to say this until I die. Every week Bayley comes out. I hate Byron Saxton more and more and more and more and more. Here's the Bayley inflatables. I literally picture him there like a little 10-year-old kid. Fuck you. You know why you have a job. You know why you have a job. We all know why you have a job, Byron. And it's nothing to do with your talent, you stupid piece of crap. You deserve it. You deserve it, Chance. You know, she gets emotional talking about her phone call with her dad. Stephanie comes out. She says she should relinquish the Raw Women's title as she didn't win the belt the right way. And it will always have an asterisk right next to it as Banks helped you. And if she wasn't there, you wouldn't be champion right now. Sasha Banks comes out. Sasha tells Bayley not to listen to Stephanie as she earned it. Bayley says she will not fall for the title. She's beaten Charlotte 3 times in the past. Charlotte comes out. Charlotte says she's using her rematch at Fastlane. Banks says, let's just have a one-on-one match right now. Charlotte says she'll put Banks in a wheelchair. Stephanie says, sure, why don't have a match? So here we go. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. Time number 7,278 in their classic rivalry dubbed by, speaking of imbeciles, Michael Cole. And we shouldn't see these two wrestle again for at least another 8 to 10 months. Like, it made me want to just vomit. Just pure vomit. It's fucking horrific. The amount of times we've had to see these fucking... Like, I want to go to Vince. And I would just want to go to him. Like, Vince, okay, I respect everything you've done. Vince, I respect everything. I admire. Yeah, you did great things. You actually did. Yeah, Hogan, you. But Vince, I think it's time now to pack it in. And Vince, I brought you something special, handcrafted just for you. I bought you a trophy, Vince, for everything that you've done, Vince. I just want to give you this trophy. You can retire. There you go, Vince. That's it. There you go, Vince. That's it. You're a bastard. Watch the wheelchair. Take it. Retire. Now get the fuck out of the company, please, because we want to fucking watch this properly. Like, we should not see these two women in the same ring for at least 8 to 10 months. I wouldn't even say a year. The amount of pay-per-views we've seen of them. It was Orton Cena style, and they're going back at it again. At least they did some stuff in here to try and drag it out and make it a bit different. You know, Charlotte with the Dragon Sleeper, Banks with a nice wheelbarrow bulldog. Dana Brooke comes out and Bayley attacks that fat bitch. I'm joking, she's not fat, I apologize. Banks then applies the Banks statement, gets a submission win. Then I guarantee, I bet my house that there will be a tag team match next week, and it will be Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Dana Brooke and Charlotte. And there'll be Sasha Banks versus Brooke on the pre-show at the pay-per-view. That's, I guarantee, what it'll be. 2-star, 2.25. You know. And DDP, he'll be in the WWE Hall of Fame. That's great. No, I should. That was disrespectful of me. I apologize. DDP's earned it. Right now, my Monday Night War series, DDP isn't in a program with anyone. I know he's going to be in a program coming up at Super Brawl in 1998 with Chris Benoit, and I'm excited for that. And then he moves on to the program with Raven. And DDP and Raven was such a great program. And if you haven't watched it, just type in DDP versus Raven on the WWE Network. They had some great matches, some great. What about me, Paige? What about me? There was one time where they went to MTV Studios. DDP's just doing an interview, and then Raven with a stop sign, just bam, right over the back of his head, and it felt legit and it felt real. I really recommend you guys, if you haven't yet, to check that out. So, congratulations for DDP to be in the Hall of Fame. Backstage interview of Sami Zayn, who's getting very good at promos. Zayn says he told Jericho this would happen 5 months ago. Zayn says that he has a problem with Samoa Joe and that will need to be resolved, and then cuts a passionate promo about beating Kevin Owens' ass. Good promo again. He's very underrated promo as one, Mr. Sami Zayn. Then we have Kevin Owens, Universal Champion, versus Sami Zayn. This is a non-title match. Well, you guys know because it's the WWE. And if you take your mind back to Battleground last year, I think that was the event. Payback or Battleground, it was one of them. This match was amazing, and it was dubbed the last time ever Kevin Owens would face Sami Zayn. So I'm sat to myself, okay, this match means something to me now. I'm excited for it. You know, I pray these guys go out there and have a bullbuster. They went out, they did a bullbuster, great match. And they did it again a few months after, and again a few months after that, and now again on Raw. To the point where I wouldn't be shocked if on fucking WWE's main event this week, there was Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn on it. They have oversaturated everything on this roster. Now, again, I don't mean to do this, not shitting myself here, but on the Patreon, I book Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. And literally, once this show's finished, I'm uploading I booked Raw. And I had a really big problem because there was a big roster that just hasn't been used. You know, there was people there like Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas. You know, the New Day could be split up. All the cruiserweights like Cedric Alexander. And they're just not doing anything. Like Rusev, that guy went from October being involved in a big program with the Big Dog and for the US title inside a Hell in a Cell. And now he's nothing more than a jobber with Juicy Jinder. I just feel bad for them. They're just so inconsistent. They're just such bad writers. And it pisses me the fuck off because this is meant to be the be-all and end-all. When people think pro wrestling, sadly, they think the W. If you go to a random guy across the street and go, yo, what's pro wrestling? I hope you don't go, yo, because you're fucking roadman, like Liv Morgan. You go, excuse me, sir. What do you... Right, when I say the words professional wrestling, what comes to mind? Oh, the WWF stuff. That's probably what they'll say. Or WWE if they're younger, if they're older, they'll probably say WWF stuff. That's what my granddad said. If I went to my granddad, what's pro wrestling? He'd be like, oh, the WWF stuff that you used to watch. My granddad likes boxing. I can't stand boxing. I love MMA, love pro wrestling. I can't stand boxing. Anyway, so, jeez, my notes are really funny. I went on a massive rant on my notes, guys. On my fucking about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So Joe attacks Zayn during Zayn's entrance. Zayn is such a good seller. Like, I feel sympathy, and I just watch him, and the referee being like reluctant to ring the bell, and then Zayn's like, no, ring it. So good, such a good seller, telling such a good story with his body. I really, really rate Sami Zayn really highly. He's fucking quickly moving up my ranks. The match begins. Kevin Owens pop-up powerbomb gets the win. You know, Joe got over with the beatdown. Zayn got protected and sympathy. Kevin Owens got a dominant win, as he should, as he's the Raw champion. That was probably the best segment of the night. And we've seen that 6,800 times. Like, I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn should be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame together. They're that connected. Wouldn't surprise me. Then we have the GM office with Steph. She's talking to Foley. Foley says he enjoyed every minute of her being embarrassed. Steph says he's sick of Foley. She's sick of Foley. I apologize. I didn't mean to call Stephanie McMahon a man. She's sick of Foley for always fucking up. Mick says he has believed in her. He has done everything for her, and he refuses to let her get in the way of what is right. Stephanie basically tells him to go fuck himself and fuck off. And then we had a really good sit-down interview with Heyman and Lesnar. Brock makes Cole run away, and then he grabs the chair and he just places himself right in front of the camera, and he's staring, he's pissed off as Paul Heyman talks. Heyman says he believes Kevin Owens has a shot of beating Goldberg at Fastlane, but Brock disagrees. He says Brock believes Goldberg will win the match, and Brock will take the Universal title as well as Goldberg's health, livelihood, and career at WrestleMania, and Brock agrees. Heyman is so damn good. He is the best promo of all time. I refuse to give that moniker to anyone else, minus Paul Heyman. This guy is fucking phenomenal. Out of this world incredible. If you build a promo from the ground up, you get Paul Heyman. That kind of deal. Then we have Bill Goldberg. He's going to be on the show next week, and I'm going to be interested to see what they actually do with the old boy heading for next week. He could get his hands dirty. But if I'm Vince, with his fucking trophy, if I'm Vince and if you're wondering what this trophy actually is, it's I won the Western Sports Under 11 Football Cup. Western Sports Under 11 Football Cup. Boom. Yeah. 2008. Jesus Christ. 2008, guys. That was nearly 10 years ago I won that trophy. I have no idea what it's doing there. I guess my mum might have just gone through some stuff and placed it on there, because it's the first time I've seen it there. Or maybe I'm blind as a bat, that's why I have glasses. But if I'm the old man, what I would do is when I mean the old man, I mean Vince. What I would do is I'd have Kevin Owens beat on Goldberg, have Jericho come out, make Kevin Owens run the fuck away, Goldberg spears Jericho, end the show. End the show with Goldberg spearing Jericho, because then he gets his, oh my God, that's Goldberg still. Oh my God, he's a monster. He's going to demolish. And then, do you know why that was such a golden move? Then at the pay-per-view, you don't think Jericho is going to screw Kevin Owens. You're also thinking, is Jericho going to screw Goldberg for spearing him on Monday? That's why you should do. So you should have Kevin Owens pop up powerbomb Goldberg, Jericho come out to beat on Kevin Owens, and then he'll get a big babyface pop, Jericho, or a big babyface pop. And then Kevin Owens runs through the crowd. Jericho's, drink it in, man. And then Goldberg spears Jericho. Because now you're thinking Jericho, it's going to be simple. Goldberg's going to beat Kevin Owens because Jericho's going to screw Kevin Owens. Now you're going to be thinking, is Jericho going to fuck Kevin Owens? But Goldberg speared him on Monday, so why would he help Goldberg? What's Jericho going to do? I'm interested to see it. That's just off the top of my fucking head. There's people getting paid fucking thousands of dollars a month to come up with this stuff, and they simply can't. That wasn't written down. That was just off the top of my fucking head, and I'm an imbecile. I'm an imbecile here with a fucking silly coloured fucking flask with a fucking what age was it? Under 11's fucking cup, fucking football gear, a fucking phone, some stupid ass drinks, and I came up with a better idea than these fucking imbeciles who get paid too much to do it. Then we have a sit down interview of Seth Rollins announced for next week. That'd be pretty cool. And then the match that pissed me off more, and this pissed me off so bad, I actually took a picture of it, uploaded it to it saying I'm so damn bored. You can follow me on Twitter at LK_Kocosports. I post up all the articles I post on Kocosports as well as all the podcast stuff. So, Braun Strowman versus Big Slow. And this is our fucking main event. Apparently, Shaq, I read online, well, I didn't read online, it's on Twitter, so take that with a pinch of salt. Apparently, here's a funny story. Speaking of salt, I was at work today and there was some cucumbers. Someone brought in some cucumbers. I have no idea. Don't ask me why. And my friend thought it was a great idea to put some salt in it. So everyone was having a bit of salt. I was like, try this bit of salt because it's really nice salt. So I was like, salt, good. Salt, They did it to me. I was like, cool, you could just make me one. I quickly had a quick drink, swig a drink for the working man. I came back, I had it, and they put so much salt on it. So much salt. Like, I literally, I'm like that. I'm like screaming. I need a drink. And the thing is, I couldn't have a drink because we were getting absolutely fucked. Like, I mean, fucked. Everyone's there laughing. They're like, I can't get a drink because I'll get fucking shouted at. Like, oh, jeez, it was so funny. Anyway, Big Slow. Yeah, so as I was talking, Shaq versus Big Slow might be cancelled at Mania. And if that's true, that's fucking awesome. Fuck you, Big Slow. Fuck you, Braun Strowman. And fuck you, Shaq O'Neal, whoever you are, you fucking inbred. This is awesome. Before the fucking match began, fuck you, stupid, idiotic fucking cunts. I can't believe I'm watching this on my TV and there's people chanting this is awesome. And you know what? I'm glad I wasn't in that building because I would have turned around and said, fuck, I'd have jabbed. I always talked about on a MMA AM every day how I need to get in a fight. That could be my first fight at the Staples Center with these fucking morons. Big Slover choke slam for 2, knockout punch for 2. You know, these finishes mean nothing. Strowman with a fucking power slam, kicked out of that. And then there was a loud "This is awesome" chant. Strowman then hits a second power slam for 3. And then Reigns' music hits. Cole goes, "Big Dog has Strowman at Fastlane, and he's here tonight on Monday Night Raw. The Big Dog." So the Big Dog, the fucking Big Dog. Roman Reigns comes out. Sorry, Reigns Superman punches Strowman twice, and then he goes for the spear. Strowman drop kicks Reigns. Strowman then hits a running power slam on Reigns, and there is no way next week Reigns doesn't beat the shit out of Strowman. You can bet your house on it. Strowman will get fucking annihilated next week. He will lose at the pay-per-view. This is what I would do, Vince. At the pay-per-view, while I'm on the roll with these booking ideas, like I'm coming up with them like Vince McMahon back in his heyday, 20 years ago, Vince. 20 years ago, Vince. Why didn't you have this? Reigns Strowman. Reigns goes like he fucking does, like a cock. The lights go out. Taker's in the ring. Reigns stares like, oh my fucking god. He goes to stare down. He stares down with Taker. This is awesome. And then lights go back out. Lights come back on. Taker's not there. Reigns like, what the fuck? And then Strowman scoops him up. Running power slam. 1, 2, 3. Strowman goes off a victor. Reigns can go off to face Taker. Reigns puts someone over. How about that? Jesus. And I gave it 2 stars. I felt generous. These people chanted "This is awesome" for it twice. Shame on you. If you were there live and chanted "This is awesome" with them, shame on you. What we got here? Let's go to see if we have any live comments. I know it's a strange time. I wouldn't be shocked if there isn't any live comments. What we got here? We do have live comments. Appreciate it, guys. Major loss. That's from MA Cod 114. Agreed. MA Cod 114 says, only good things was Owen's start promo and final match in my opinion. You enjoyed the main event. That's interesting to me because I despised it. Clifton Smiths. I'll miss Jericho when he leaves. Me too. I hope he doesn't. I hope he does like the Fozzy tours and still does like pay-per-views and just occasional Raws. Does anyone know when the tickets for the New Japan show in LA go on sale? I don't know. I'm having a SOS Wrestle Talk, that's Dion from them, on Wrestle AM tomorrow because there's going to be 2 Wrestle AMs tomorrow. There's going to be a SmackDown review and there's going to be a New Japan show. There was a New Japan show this morning, UK time. So we're going to be covering that, and I'll ask him for you, Clifton Smith. I'll write it down now. LA New Japan Pro Wrestling tickets on sale. There you go. So I'll ask him tomorrow for you, Clifton Smith, my boy. What else have we got here? The Jangles Clan. Great review, but is anyone watching SmackDown Live right now? Whoa, as long as I have a face, Alexa Bliss has a place to sit. That's... oh, God. Yeah. Thank you for the kind words, and I watch SmackDown. So basically, I'm going to go to bed once this goes off the air. I'll upload it, the new thumbnail, go to bed. So I'll fall asleep about 2 a.m. I'll wake up at 11 a.m. I'll watch SmackDown, and then I'm going to watch New Japan. And then I've got the day off tomorrow, so I'm going to try and get more consistent at going to the gym when I got my days off, because I really want to get in fucking great shape again. I'm not in bad shape. I'm not in bad shape at all. I just want to be in great shape. Just looking at fucking too much pro wrestlers and mixed martial artists, because these MMA guys with these camps, they're quite motivating. Anyway, so tomorrow you got an MMA AM, and then you got 2 Wrestle AM. So lots to look forward to. Clifton Smith, hell yeah, bro, agreed. LOL, Juicy Jinder. Clifton Smith, cruiserweight tag team titles need to happen. This is what happens when you don't have bookers but Hollywood actors writing the show. Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point. Chauncey Bullock, brother, okay, I knew you'd come. Rick1982, how many stars do you think Meltzer will give the main event from last night's Raw? Well, I gave it 2, and I felt wrong giving it 2. I don't know why people enjoyed it. I don't. I generally don't. I just found it boring. It's not my cup of tea. I don't watch pro wrestling to see 500-pound men hitting finishers and kicking out finishers for no reason. Nathan Brown, I appreciate your reviews as always. Appreciated. He gives it a loss. KO is finally KO, but Raw needs a Baylor Rollins and either part-timer to show up, Goldberg or Lesnar. I agree. Chauncey Bullock says, I liked Raw yesterday. No problem. Again, if you enjoyed it, I'm not going to say you're wrong. You can enjoy it if you want. Everyone has a different opinion and perspective of it. I just don't like it. Sucks about New Japan young line Hanare getting injured today. Oh, dude, he got injured. I'm going to watch that tomorrow. I hope it's not a bad injury. We put him over on every show he's been on. We always put him over. And then last comment of the night, MA COD 114. The main event wasn't all bad in my opinion. Not awesome, but better than most of the night's bullshit. At least they redid the botched power slam spot for the win. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe I was a bit harsh. I was just down from it. Like, when Raw takes you 2 sittings with no adverts, I just felt bad for people who watched it with adverts. Like, dude, if I had to stay up last night to 4:15 a.m. and then record a live show and go to bed at 5:30 a.m., fuck that, no. I'm so, like, if you notice this review, I'm a lot more chirpy. I'm moving my hands. I'm making good, funny jokes. Because I'm doing it at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's a lot better than doing it at 4. Like, I can finish this show. I can go to sleep at 2, wake up 11, 8 hours sleep. That's all I need. And I'm chirpy. I'm fucking raring to go. And then I could watch so much more. I just prefer it and like it. So I appreciate you guys checking this Monday Night Raw review out. I'm going to do some, we done live comments to see what's happening in the news. Let's see what's happening in the world of professional wrestling. I hope the Raw ratings have come out because I hope it's a bad rating so Strowman and Big So get blamed. I really want it to do a bad number. That's a horrible thing to say live on air, but I don't give a fuck. I hate them both. What we got here? Participants for tonight's Nakamura wants a match with AJ Styles at WrestleMania 33. Okay, that's interesting. Just imagine that. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania. Now, if you guys are just WWE fans, that match has actually already took place at New Japan for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Generally recommend you guys check it out. So go to New Japan World. It's worth the price of 9.99 yen, which was £7, which is about $8 per month. You get loads of live New Japan shows. I'm a subscriber to New Japan World. That's why I'm going to watch yesterday's show or today's show, this morning's, whatever you want to fucking call it. But if that match takes place, go back and watch it. I might do that tonight actually, because whenever I go to bed, I always put something on the TV. I can't sleep with the TV not on. I don't know why. What I'm doing this is the weirdest shit I've fucking done in my... What I'm doing right now is, this may sound really fucking weird. I'm going through 2014's Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-views when I sleep. It is so weird. Like, I'm sat there to myself, cringing at myself. But fuck me, 2014 Raws and SmackDowns were much better than this. Like, we buried it then. But damn it to God, they're so much better. Like the Daniel Bryan stuff that went on. You know, Batista saying he's better. He doesn't like these small guys, and he's having rivalries with Dolph Ziggler. Like, guys, it's really good. Like, it's really good. So what I do is, like, for instance, tonight I'm up to March. So I'm watching some March edition of SmackDown I'm on now because I watch it all on the day before last night. And I don't watch it all. I just put it on and I nod off, and then I wake up and I see a bit. Okay, cool. Okay, nod back off, and it just helps me go to sleep. That's so weird. I don't even care. I'm going to check live comments, see if there's any TNA announcers taping. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at this before we wrap this bad boy up. This is Wrestle AM, so I want to talk about the news. So they're taping Thursday, March the 2nd to the 5th, April the 20th to the 23rd. July the 2nd to July the 6th, and August the 17th to August the 20th. That's good news for Impact then, for securing more TV taping deals. Impact Wrestling reviews are every Friday, so I'll be reviewing that on Friday, and I'm excited because I didn't watch last week's edition. On me. We've got what else? What do we got here? Clifton Smith. I appreciate your podcast, bro. Keep up the great work. Appreciate it. I generally do. It means a lot. The Jangles Clan. Interesting note about last night's Raw's main event. Big Show's listed as 383 and Braun is 365. I wasn't paying attention to that because, quite frankly, I was pretending it didn't happen. But that's an interesting point. I'm glad you brought that up. Like £383, he dropped £100. Bless that big boy's socks. Damn. Clifton Smith, Styles versus Nakamura Part 2 at WrestleMania. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? That would be awesome. Like, if loving that is wrong, I don't want to be right. Like, that is amazing. Just imagine that. God, imagine Mauro Ronaldo calling it as well. Like, I apologies, guys. I just got quickly rubbed down there. Pre-com just ran down the side of my leg. I appreciate all the live listeners. Appreciate if you're watching post-live. It's 1:35 UK time. I'm about to hit the rack, about to go to sleep and watch some fucking 2014 SmackDown for some really fucking weird reason, because I'm a weird guy when I go to sleep. With that in mind, appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description box. There's Dave Koco's book, my Patreon, Kocosports.net, iTunes, lots of shit. Check it all out. Subscribe, like, comment. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll be catching your ass down the line.